mention food. Food has been a theme at some Super Bowl parties.
Big time.
You have a list. Top 25 Super Bowl foods. It's our ranked. So this isn't a top 5. You've got enough room for everybody. Delivery of the week brought to you by Hungry Howie's Flavor Crust Pizza, the official pizza of Cash the Ticket. All right, what are we working with?
So some of these I don't think will ever be made. So what I want to do is I need your general approval. I will offer you tips if I've made these or I have an opinion from a culinary standpoint. But you just need to tell me if there's any egregiously misranked things.
This will be good.
Okay? So at 25, this has an asterisk. It's a new trend. I have read in this piece it is a TikTok thing. I don't have TikTok. It's called the Snack Stadium. Have you seen this?
Oh, yeah. Is this where people put the snacks in like it's like an art? Yes, that.
So the outside walls. I think
that's been around longer than TikTok.
Well, look, I can only go on what I'm reading, but the outside walls are sub pieces.
Yeah.
Then there's like bins for chips that make up the stands, and their players.
Yeah, it looks like a football stadium, but it's all edible.
I understand it exists. I just don't think anybody in their right mind is making that for a party.
Think about it. You're going to slave away to make this beautiful. It's going to get torn to pieces.
And your structural integrity issues.
You pull a sandwich piece out, it's Jenga, and the whole thing falls apart.
Number 24, for a lighter option, the fruit tray.
Okay.
Now, I will tell you it's sneaky because fruit dips are incredible.
Sure.
You ever dip the apples in the peanut butter dip or the caramel dip? Or they have a strawberry dip you can make with like a whipped cream?
Okay, I'm smiling because have you seen, it's a commercial, we watch enough commercials during these games, the sour cream commercial where they're dipping strawberries in. Does anybody actually do that?
In sour cream?
In sour cream. They show it like this woman is like it looks like it would be whipped cream, but it is a sour cream commercial. And she's dipping her strawberries in sour cream.
No.
She's also adding sour cream to her like red sauce on the stove. And I'm like,
that's just asshole behavior.
I know. But I'm like, are they trying to get a rise out of me? Like they want social media response? Or is this what people actually do?
No, it's a lot like Will Levis. Like who actually puts mayonnaise in their coffee?
Yeah, that was for attention.
I mean, Will Levis did it, but I don't know why still.
But fruit dips. Okay.
I'm in on the fruit tray.
I got no issue.
I think it's underrated, and it's a sweet to the savory. Number 23, they are calling this anything football-shaped. Whether it's football-shaped cookies,
little potato skins,
potato skins, pretzels, a football-shaped themed item for your party at number 23.
Feels low.
Okay. Number 22, they're terming it the sad veggie platter.
Yeah.
I would not put this on there.
Yeah, it shouldn't be on the list. But it is one of those, like, if you feel like you have to bring something and you can't cook, you bring the sad veggie tray.
But you're telling your guests that you don't care and you didn't
No, someone else brings this. The host shouldn't buy the veggie tray.
Right,
someone
but then
else
you're the
brings
guest who put no effort in. I think it's a no-win situation.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't like it. Plus, often with the veggie trays, don't the carrots look like they have like leprosy?
Yeah,
They've got like
white.
a skin condition or something.
Yeah, it's very, very rare you get the fresh carrots.
At 21, before you veto this, it's actually really good. Deviled eggs, but not the boring kind.
Okay.
Look, if you make homemade deviled eggs and then you top them with really good bacon, or you top them with a fried shrimp, or you top them with green onion and some spices, I think the deviled eggs, if they're homemade, not that store-bought crap, deviled eggs are actually a really nice Super Bowl side dish at 21.
You'd move them up. Okay, what's 20?
Cupcakes, because it'll keep the kids happy.
Okay, fine.
I'm not mad at it. Can't be.
Gotta have desserts.
Plus, cupcake bakeries are a thing now.
Yeah, some of the
So you can gourmet that up.
Yeah.
And then you want to partake.
Yep.
Now, 19, I think this is an egregiously underranked item. However, difficult to eat. Nachos.
Well, you're going to load them up, right?
And here's your problem. They will get funky after 10 minutes of sitting out.
When the cheese hardens.
There you go. Plus, you have to eat this at a party.
Communal food is never...
Can't linger at the nacho pit.
And you can never really plate a good amount either.
No.
Either too much or too little.
Hardens up, you end up with all of it or none of it.
Olives on the floor somewhere.
Chips are breaking.
Yeah.
Refried beans turn into stucco. You could recalk your tub with it. But then that brings you to 18, and I think it's a better way forward than the nacho for a party. Not a party of one, a party, the queso.
Okay.
You can keep it in the hot box. Mm-hmm. You can have a bowl of queso with your chippy dippies. I think
as needed.
Queso at 18, 19 on the nachos, agree?
Yep, no issues.
Now 17, we got a little problem because I love it. I adore this, but it does not last. And Jim just brought this up. It's another communal angle.
Oh, is it the dips?
It's the guac.
Oh.
That's going to turn shit brown in roughly 30 minutes.
That's like, to me, it's before the game starts. People are showing up and you can snack. But by the time the game starts, that probably gets put away.
So at 16, to dominate the guac, this is a recipe, and shout out to one of my sisters who makes, bar none, the very best spin art dip I've ever tasted.
You love spin art dip.
Spinach artichoke dip, but it's proper. It's hot, warm and cozy, garlicky, cheesy, delightful. Not soupy either.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
And then she makes crostini with it. So no little chips they're going to break. You get thinly sliced Italian bread toast points.
Because there's nothing, I mean, there's stuff grosser, but when you have the little chips and the, like, people have been digging into this thing and it looks like a no. Especially when it's soupy. So you're talking hearty with the crostini and hearty with the consistency.
She uses chunks of real artichokes.
Perfect.
I mean, I'll tell you what. March Madness, when I get back from Vegas, second weekend of the tournament, I'm going to commission her to make some for me and you.
Perfect.
And we will watch games. Jim, wait till you taste this shit.
Okay.
It's unbelievable.
Crostini too, though.
Oh, okay. It'll be the full deal.
Okay.
She owes me. All right, 15. Don't laugh. This is a sleeper candidate. Cheese and fresh Italian bread.
Oh, yeah. What kind of cheese?
Well, that's the beauty. So you could do like an espresso Bella Vitano. You could do the ricotta salata. You could do provolone. You could do fresh mousse. You could go into the blue cheese area. Yeah. You could go into Manchego, a little 12-month. Mm-hmm. Listen, good cheese with great bread and a couple olives is a perfect, beautiful side dish.
Classic for a reason. You don't have to overthink it. It doesn't have to be more elaborate.
14. This is a winner. I don't even care if it's mediocre. Chili bar.
Oh, yeah. You and I are big chili guys.
Got to have it.
I think this could be top 10.
Okay, so 14 possible under rank. 13, this one's overranked. These are overrated. They always are. Now, you can order them and save yourself the time and frustration and pain. And I want to apologize to the Manning brothers because I know they're now pimping these. Sliders. Sliders are a pain in the ass.
It depends.
Then you can make them and I'll come over. I don't want to make.
You're saying to make them they're a pain.
Yeah.
Okay. They're not a pain to eat. You don't have to commit to one. Like you don't have to do just pulled pork or just a patty. Because if you're going sliders, you get a little of everything.
Well, at 12 is the pulled pork sandwich.
Okay.
Now, to me, the problem with this is if you're not smoking it and making your own pulled pork, I don't want it.
Speaking of reflecting, remember was it the Duke Clemson game? What did you make? It was like a peach.
Yeah. Yeah,
infused.
I'll
live with it for the rest of my life.
Really liked it.
It was so good.
Yeah, it was. There's a company out there, a guy named Heath Riles. He does a peach barbecue. He's got a pecan, a cherry. So I mixed the pecan and the peach together.
It was amazing.
And that's the dry rub. And I
think I had 2 or 3 of them. These are like big sandwiches.
And I had the homemade coleslaw. And then we had the sweet pickles. So the peach and the pecan go with it. But when I looked over and you were just smiling like a Bond villain, I'm like, all right, we hit the mark on this puppy.
So I think generic pulled pork maybe outside the top 10, but if you're going to do it right, it's probably in the top 10.
It's in the top 10. Yeah. But what I can't do, don't be going to some food services company and getting a tin of pulled pork. That's disgusting.
The refrigerated stuff at the grocery store.
Now at 11, if it's done right, it's a top 10 dish. If it's done wrong, I would take this off the ranking in sum total.
Okay.
Buffalo chicken dip.
Yeah, that's very hit or miss.
Now, if you're going to do it right, you're going to take the rotisserie chicken, you're going to shred it, you're going to make it beautiful, you're going to use green onion.
Soupy, wet.
Or Jim, even worse. They're taking cans of chicken and they're putting it into a crock pot. I can't.
You know, the crock pot, too many people rely on it. It becomes their only way of cooking.
And it's a problem.
Yeah.
Although I will tell you, let me admit something to you.
I get it. People are busy, you're working, you set it aside. But when it becomes your only means to prepare food.
I want to admit something to the Midwest listener.
You say you don't own a crock pot.
No. I'm very hard on Midwestern cuisine. Yeah. Namely, it's
you're a snooty East Coaster.
But the Midwesterners and the non-ethnic people out there, the white bread America.
Why is he looking at me?
White people have a rendition of a Crockpot meatball that is actual crack.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
The grape jelly meatball. I had this at a Super Bowl party, and they're like, Mike, I know you're not going to eat it, but you just got to try one. I go, well, what's in it? They're like, grape jelly and sweet Thai chili sauce. I go,
that sounds disgusting.
I ain't fucking eating that. They're like, just try it. Jim, I don't know why. I don't know how. It was one of the greatest non-Italian things I've ever tasted. It was awesome.
It looks like gelatin on top of it.
It looks like shit.
But I've seen it, because again, white guy, I've seen it everywhere.
Let's just level with this. It looks the same way going in as it comes out.
Oh, no, you don't have to say it.
But I did say it. It's
Hope you weren't eating.
The point I'm making is...
People are like salivating over the food here, and then Mike just...
The grape jelly... Also, that's the way it works as well. So look, that is really solid.
Are we into the top 10 now? Because we're going to have to be harsh graders. We've liked some things. We got to kick some things out.
10 is something that never should have been created, because in order to eat it, it has to be room temperature. But once it's room temperature, it's gross.
Obsolete.
The 7-layer dip.
Nope.
Can't do it. It's a lot of work. The chips break because it's cold. Once it gets warm, you're going to get like jaundice, but the chips glide through. It's not worth my time.
It's the ultimate communal food. It can be so messy.
9, underrated, and if you haven't done it, you're missing out. Homemade Chex Mix.
Yes.
You don't need to do it in the bag.
Wife's family does it for Christmas every year.
What's the flavor profile?
I mean, I don't ask, I just eat.
Oh, noted. But homemade Chex Mix, excellent. Now, I want to shout this out. This, if it's done right, is absolutely a top 10 list, and I have a spin on it. Hot dog chili bar. Now, Detroiters love their conies.
Yes.
My problem with Detroiters and conies is as follows. It is not about the dish itself being offensive and or inferior. It is that you don't use high caliber ingredients. So 1, if you're going to do this, you need a good natural casing hot dog. A real, like Hebrew National, Sabret, Nathan's, real kosher dogs. 2, I do have an issue with the chili.
How do you want it to be?
In New York, we do meat sauce. Out here, it's chili.
Yeah.
So here's what we can do.
Cousins.
You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to call my dad. So there's a place in my hometown that I take people when they come to Saratoga and we do a taste of my hometown. They go, well, what did you eat growing up? All right, we'll do a little taste. They do homemade mini hot dogs.
Okay.
Mini buns.
Okay.
And they call it zip sauce, which out here is a steak topping. Out there, it is no beans. It is a meat sauce, fresh onion, fresh mustard.
But it's not like a bolognese, or is it?
No, it's like a spicy meat sauce.
So it's closer to chili.
Yeah, but it's not.
But it's not
thick
chili
and gelatinous. Here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. This sounds good. Because you do it on like an Italian sausage and really Italian this up instead
when
of...
State used to go on runs back when I had a basketball program. My dad would call his guy, and they would on dry
He's got
ice,
a guy.
They would ship me the ability to make the hot dogs of my youth and do it for my March Madness party. Here's what we'll do. I'll get my sister to make the spin art. I'll call my dad and have him call Scotty. I will get the hot dog. I'll get it shipped out. And I'm going to show you what my version of a coney is.
I'm open.
Because I'm telling you, if you serve what I'm serving you, it's a top 10 power move because they're handheld.
Yeah.
Not communal.
Yep.
And it's just a flavor bomb.
So this is like it's in the same category as sliders, but this is going to be better.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. All right, 7. Bowl of random chips.
No. I
say no, but let me offer you the way chips should be presented. I'm a huge kettle chip guy.
Love kettle chips.
I need thick chips, prefer ridges.
I like a cracked pepper on it, too.
That's right. Yep. And you can make it homemade, or this is a store-bought specialty.
Yeah.
Ice cold French onion dip.
Oh, yeah.
You give me a little French onion dip and some salt and pepper kettles. That's living. I don't mind that in the top 10.
Okay.
Number 6.
It just, when you said it initially, it didn't sound very imaginative. But
Number 6 is the dish I highlighted, a cocktail meatball.
Okay.
You do this Midwestern Michigan mama can't cook grape jelly meatball in a crock pot, it is crack. Crack. Or as Stephen A says, crack.
The extra syllable.
6, the meatballs. 5, I will fight you to the death if you tell me no on this. Because my mother makes a homemade version of this, and it's unreal. Pigs in a blanket.
I'm not going to fight you. This might be like the iconic Super Bowl food.
And when it's done homemade, as I said, with the real hot dogs and a real dough. And now everything bagel seasoning. Have you done that bit?
We have. The best way to describe it would be a vat of the everything bagel seasoning. I love that stuff.
So when you make your pigs in a blanket, as the dough gets soft, you top them with the everything bagel and bake them off. Unbelievable.
When we bought it, I was like, is this a lifetime supply? Like, I don't think we'll go through it in decades. It's beautiful.
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
Pigs in a blanket are amazing for the Super Bowl. Also was a mainstay at the 1990 Super Bowl I got kicked out of.
Nostalgia.
Jalapeno poppers at number 4.
Yep. I might switch the order here.
Yeah, I can't be mad. I would just tell you that's a one and done for me.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
you're not like
it's going to upset my stomach.
Rifling them down, yeah.
Number 3. You can't say no to this. Pizza.
Could be higher.
I think it's underseated, but pizza has to be a part of it.
I think I have had pizza at every Super Bowl in my entire, at least adult lifetime. We're having pizza this week.
Now,
pizza is sponsoring this segment.
What you can do to swap the pizza out is you could do stromboli.
Okay.
Which is Italian garbage bread, which is a pizza in
cousin of the calzone.
Yeah, it's in a rolled up format.
Yeah.
Number 2, I think these are a pain in the ass. I personally would not serve these because the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Potato skins.
What do you mean the juice isn't worth the squeeze?
They're a pain in the ass to make.
They are a pain in the ass to make.
And I just don't want to do it.
But they are high ceiling.
If you could find me a good frozen variety to throw in the air fryer, and then I can top them, you got yourself a deal. Could they?
But you don't want to be like scooping out the potato.
No, sell me the shells. Do they sell the pre-made tater skin shells?
If they don't, it's a great idea, even if you only do it during football.
That's our business idea.
Perfect.
Prestige worldwide. We're out of here.
Potato skin shells.
Pre-mades.
Pre-made.
Number 1 is chicken wings.
Yeah.
You can't. It's hard to
I might put pizza 1, but pizza chicken wings 1A, 1B.
To me, this is a comprehensive top 25. I don't think we had huge controversy.
No.
I think we're like-minded Super Bowl patrons.
That's right.